All right. Here we go, then. A 3, a 2, a 1. You're listening to Just Okay Gamers, where this week, it's a sad, sad day. Very sad day. The hero and one-time future guest of the podcast, Hugh Hefner, has passed.
It's great.
But he was such a big fan of this show, he invited us to his funeral. Weird that we got
before he died.
Yeah,
right before he died.
Right before he died.
Preemptive.
It was a
Called us
last-minute
on his deathbed.
deathbed scrawl. Yeah, you wrote it on a note.
And apparently, like, while we were here, our good friend of the show, Blakinola, was also invited.
Separately.
Yeah, it's a very somber affair.
We kind of ran into him in the lobby and we're like, let's do this.
Yeah.
We have a huge equipment set up. All of us are wearing 50-pound backpacks with boom mics going from the back of them into the front of our faces, and we're walking around like Ghostbusters around the Playboy Mansion.
I was going to say we look like retarded Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It's quite a sight. The bunnies are staying away. They are not having it.
Well, some of them are into it.
Yeah. Hey, bunny, come here.
They'll come around.
Yeah. Hi, I'm a bunny. Hello? Am I on a podcast? Okay, I'll go then. Bye.
You know, they might be staying away because we just stare at them and don't say anything.
I mean, we all do freeze up when a pretty girl comes
They're so pretty.
I don't know what to say, Millpool. Oh, gosh, Charlie, what do I do?
We're just okay and we play some games. We're just okay gamers.
Thanks for listening to episode 226.
226?
226 of the Just Okay Gamers podcast. Oh, we almost did it.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
My name's Guido, and I'm here with...
Wally.
What's up, guys? It's Millpool.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Blakinola.
It's Windows Media Player.
Oh, shoot. It's such a professional. Blakinola. You fit right into that sequence.
I try.
He
It's
knows what
like
to do.
it's like I've been on the show since episode 1.
Right.
Can't even tell.
This is
How many
third
times-
visit.
It is third, okay.
Third, yeah. I'm a veteran.
Yeah. You're a veteran.
He even he added notes to the doc too, I believe, which is like high level.
I think I added two
I
things.
don't think anyone's ever done that before.
Yep.
Good job,
I'm,
dude. Thank you.
I'm coming for everyone's jobs. Watch out.
Oh, boy.
I'm adding in ways that you guys have never seen in your life. Yeah, whatever.
So you're in the 3-time club. I think Miles is in the 4 or even 5-time club now.
What are the two guys from SNL that are like battling back and forth? It's like Steve Martin and
Alec
the guy from Alec Baldwin. Yeah, you're like,
always on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magikarp has 3, I think. So you're up there with some prestigious names.
You're in
I'm
the
getting up
competition.
there. It's always a pleasure to be on the show and add my gaming and pop culture knowledge in whatever way is necessary to the memory of this show. So it's a pleasure. Thank you so
it's
much.
fun. You're so knowledgeable.
Did you say memory?
Memory. It's newest college degree.
Hey, mommy, let me touch your memories.
Oh, that's
Why would the kid
that's
want to do?
nasty.
Why is there a kid at this Playboy Playmate party? It's so weird. Mommy, can I touch your memories? Wow. Who is this kid? Go away.
Why does he have an incest streak?
Yeah. It's not a bad pickup line, you know, provided you're attractive or have a lot of money. Like, hey, girl, let me touch those memories. And you have to say it like that.
What's the worst pickup line ever in the world that anyone can say?
The Jamaican one, I think.
What is that?
Sad. Jamaican me
Girl,
crazy?
yeah, you're making me crazy.
Oh
Girl,
my
you
God.
Jamaican.
That's pretty bad.
It's iconic of like the bad pickup line.
Hey girl, I'm
What?
gonna stab you 8 times and throw you in my trunk and then like throw you in a river.
Well, yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. Not an
Pretty
ideal
bad
line.
pickup line.
The ones where it feels like you're trying too hard are usually bad, like the falling down from heaven or whatever that line is. Like, it's just corny. You got to go straight for the kill. Like if you can make her laugh, then you're already doing way better than 90% of the player base. And apparently this is a game now because it's a player base. So I got to stop playing video games. I'm sorry, guys.
If I'm going to make a girl laugh, I'm just going to show her my dick. Because it's laughably big.
Oh, I was not expecting.
No, you weren't expecting the switcheroo?
No.
Blakinola, were you aware that my dick is 2 football fields long and
It's
semi-tractor trailer
enormous.
wide?
Have you considered seeing a doctor for that? Because that sounds awful.
I have a team of doctors.
Yeah, he's got a team of
around the
doctors.
clock.
In fact, there's an entire division of Riot that takes notes on his life. And that's how we get patch notes.
Team of doctors. I can't do it. I don't know how you guys do this every week.
What are the doctors trying to do? Are they trying to reduce the size?
Well, one, I also have. Do you guys forget that I have a blood center built around my dick?
Right.
That's constantly drawing blood because I'm whatever the universal one is, O positive.
Aren't
or
you?
something.
It's O negative.
Oh, negative?
Yeah, it's
I
O
don't
negative.
know, whatever. They tell me they like my blood, so I said,
Aren't
hey,
you-
build a blood center around my dick?
You're constantly pissing and shitting as well, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. That just goes with the curse of having such a large penis.
So
Hey, you think we're still good for syndication?
we'll fix
Disney
it in
Channel,
post.
hit us up. Let's get on that radio.
How are you guys' weeks? Did you have any fun? Did you do anything cool? What? Why are you laughing at that? This is a question I ask every episode.
My life is so mundane at this point.
Oh, it's horrible, man. I don't do anything. It's a really sad existence that I live.
What? No.
That's not
Surely
true.
you
You
guys
bring
must have done something
entertainment to
Yeah.
tens of people.
Yeah, I suppose. But they're all robots to me. Do you ever feel that way, Blakinola? Like none of these people that you're entertaining are real people? Until you meet
Just
them in
kill
person.
them and like maybe eat them.
Yeah, sometimes there'll be people. I've met a couple people off a stream before, and they're all way cooler than I anticipated. There are a couple weirdos, but who isn't a little weird? I'm certainly weird. No, everyone I've met off my stream has been super awesome, and it's actually one of my goals to. I think I'm going to meet one of my stream viewers. He goes by that Maestro guy, and he lives in the New York area. I'm going to go to New York Comic Con, and I'm going to hang out with him, and that should be cool. So yeah,
Have you been to New York Comic Con before? Because I hear it's really awesome.
I was there a couple years ago, and it's super fun. It is a little bit overwhelming because it's one of the biggest cons on the East Coast. But I think everyone should go at least once. I'm not into a lot of pop culture stuff, so it didn't really appeal to me as much as like an anime con or straight up gaming con. But just to see everybody in unison, like I saw 70-year-old ladies cosplaying. Like these people are old enough to be my grandma, and they've done cosplay better than I ever have. So that was actually really refreshing to see. There's just so much fandom and wonder. It's great.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that? They did like a dating show at New York Comic Con. Have you guys seen that?
No.
They did like
What's that about?
Speed dating, and they filmed it, and it's pretty entertaining. I forget what it's called. But it's good because there's a lot of really awkward people talking to each other,
I'd go on that.
or trying to get dates.
I would
Yeah,
pay money to
it's-
see Guido on that show.
It's kind of old at this point. I don't know if they still do it.
Probably not. It sounds like something that would be hot on the wave of reality shows. There's still a lot of reality shows, right? I don't watch television much.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Big Brother is still around. Survivor is still
Yeah,
around.
Survivor.
What else?
I like
The-
Survivor.
What season is it
Yeah.
on? Like 1 billion or something?
Yeah, it's on 1,000,000,003.
Okay.
Wait, how many years has it been on for?
It's been on since the existence of the universe.
I do know that the opening season of Survivor was during my time in the dorm, so I'm gonna say about almost 20 years. So I think 17 probably ish.
It's probably a good estimate. It's been on for a while. The theme song of that show actually turned me on to it. Sometimes I'll just listen to it on the weekends because it's so intense.
Yeah.
I'm
How
like,
does it go?
Oh, yeah.
What the?
that's exactly how it
It
goes.
doesn't
Actually,
sound familiar at all.
It's actually
no, I'm
really
not getting
intense.
anything out of it at
Too
all.
long.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Is it still Jeff Probst?
It is. He does a good
Really?
job. He's won
Good
Emmy.
for him.
Dude, that guy has got a nice gig going if he's been still doing that. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Don't quit a good thing.
Go to Tahiti and live on an island for 2 months.
Watch obnoxious strangers tear themselves apart.
Right.
I want to see that primitive technology guy on Survivor. That's what I would.
He
like
would
to
just
see.
wouldn't talk. He's mute.
He wouldn't touch anyone.
The prehistoric technology dude from YouTube. Oh, I love that guy. He's so
so
cool.
good.
Everybody does.
I know.
I can't
It's so
imagine
interesting.
one person watching it and being like, "This is garbage."
Well,
No, he's
maybe
pretty
like
cool.
an indigenous person who already does all of those things.
Like fake and gay.
Yeah. That guy
Fake
made
and
charcoal.
gay.
What a fucking asshole. Dude, he made charcoal from scratch. Shut the fuck up.
I can't make charcoal. I can barely use charcoal when I'm grilling. I don't know what I'm doing.
Same.
I pick it up with my hands. I burn myself.
I prefer
Put it
wood
in
chips.
Put it in a
When it's
hamburger
hot,
bun.
you pick it up.
I eat it.
Oh god.
It's burning.
It's all good.
So
Nutrition.
it burns your hands, and then you put it on a bun and eat it.
I don't know what I'm doing. I see a piece of charcoal. I got to get it in my mouth.
Now it burns my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy that you're here at this Playboy Playmate bunny funeral that's going on.
You know, I'm surprised no one's yelled at us yet for talking.
Yeah.
We're in the ceremonies. It's not a ceremony. What is it called? The funeral is happening
Funeral.
right now, and we're in the room.
I
And
mean,
everyone
there's
is
his corpse.
staring at us.
Yeah,
I think they're trying to do a eulogy or something.
right.
I mean, Noah's here. He's not even wearing his shirt.
yeah.
Right.
He died as he lived. Fucking boss.
Yep, absolutely. They're just like shushing us now. Like everybody's got their fingers on their lips and they're staring at us. But it's intent. No one's saying anything. They're just
know.
looking at us.
It's like who's gonna break first, us or them?
Yeah, not us. We'll keep going, people.
We have a show to do.
Yeah. You knew this. Why'd you have a funeral on a Thursday night? You know that our show
it's
is
gonna
on
happen.
Thursday nights.
So insensitive.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You've been streaming a lot lately, right?
That's not true at all.
No, you haven't. Every time I look, you're on.
Maybe recently. If you actually ask any one of my stream viewers, they will immediately call me out for my lack of not streaming.
Wow.
Or my lack of streaming, sorry. I can't English. And just general inconsistency of everything. I've had a couple down weeks just because, sometimes you got to feel in the mood to stream. If you're going to play something for 4 hours, you got to make sure that you're liking it. And with moving jobs and everything going on, trying to make a name for myself, there have just been some days where I'm just like, you know what? Like yesterday, instead of streaming, we just watched Space Jam. That was infinitely better than streaming. It was great. We just reminisce about how awful that movie was, but how amazing it is to watch. And
dude, for what it's worth, my favorite streaming was watching you play Metroid.
And then it fucked up on me. And then I bought the new Metroid, which we'll get to later, but I really want to play that on stream. Like there are specific games that I want to play, but either don't have the access or whatever. So I'm just like, I'll just give up on life and I'll go make a sandwich or jack off or something I can do my time.
Don't get those mixed up. But when you do stream, I tune in. I lurk a lot on your stream.
Yeah, me
Same.
too.
And it's always very enjoyable. You're such a wonderful presence.
Thanks, man.
You have great presence while you're gaming, and I encourage everyone that's listening to this to go follow Blakinola. You don't have to subscribe. Subscribe to us first, and then
we're more
please subscribe
important,
please subscribe to Just Okay Gamers. Don't give me your money. It's not worth it.
Absolutely, give everyone your money. If you have money to spare, give it away. I mean, what are you doing? You selfish prick.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes. Jesus.
All these fucking millionaires listening to our podcast, and they're not even giving us their money.
Hey man,
how dare they?
I've been looking at the demo of our podcast lately, and the Dubai market, we're huge in that.
Yeah.
Super huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's understandable.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, I'm getting a Ferrari sent to me next week from a prince
You know,
in Dubai.
I prefer to have the $10,000 tier of our Patreon get taken up at some point.
That's never gonna happen.
Not with
Get
that
a
attitude.
Ferrari.
Yeah, I suppose. What do you guys say? Should we talk about some video games?
Sure.
Hey,
Let's do it.
funeral people, do you care if we talk about video games?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, that guy is really into it.
well,
I love you guys.
I asked if they care, and he said, "Yeah." Does that mean they
We-
care?
Oh,
We
I
do
don't know
care.
anymore.
Oh, they
Wait,
do
who is
care.
that?
Yeah, who is that?
Fuck off.
Does that mean they want us to? I'm still confused.
Hey,
No!
I'm that playmate that I talked to you earlier. Hi. Okay, bye.
That's
Wow,
gonna be
we
a
really
thing
need
now.
to step up our game.
Wow,
and talk
she
about
is
this.
She
really
only
into
gets
me.
silence. No, never
Did
talk
you
to
see
her.
how she was looking at me? I think I'm
she
in
wants
there.
you, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
she wants
just
that
gotta open your
Canadian
mouth
cock.
and make any noise. next time she shows up. All right,
Hey, what's a good pickup line that I could use?
I'm gonna
I'm
stab
gonna
you
kill
8
her?
times.
Okay. Oh, that one.
Try that next time she comes around. Okay.
Throw her body into a ditch.
Yeah.
What first?
Yeah. Before you say the pickup line, throw her body into a ditch.
Okay.
All right. That'll really set the mood.
Do women like that? Really?
Oh, they love it, man.
I don't
It's
want
the
you to be
newest thing.
scared or nothing. I just want to smell your hair a little
Yeah.
bit.
The muddier the
God.
ditch, the better.
Oh my god, this is a great segue.
All right. On to
Hugh Hefner.
some general gaming. Looking for a brand new podcast, but the ones I've heard make me leave fast. And Kababo, do you have a suggestion? He unzips and shows his erection. Do you listen to JOKG? Guido, Wally, and Nasty. But why did you only name 3? Nibble left, he had to go pee. Thank you, Nkababo, for supporting us on Patreon. That's a $20 tier. You can get a segue made if you give us $20.
Yeah. It was some fine work there, Guido. Good job.
Hey, I had help for that one.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to like
streamed that.
play to Twitch or anything, but you still got Blakinola covered
Oh,
up with
gosh.
shit.
I can't, like, it's just the way
I thought you
it
had
is.
3 monitors. That was,
I do.
Yeah, what? You have so much space.
I do.
Come
but
on,
I have,
Guido.
I have, like, it,
oh,
I
he's
can't
like
explain
blown
it.
up.
It's a
Is he
whole
blown up?
thing. It's a whole
blown
thing.
Yeah, he's blown up.
He's racist.
It's also like Discord is not holding well with the quality right now.
That's cool. I'm
Skype
a man
is
of
killing
5 frames a
the shit out of
second.
it. Yeah, but it's good.
I'll
It's
just-
working.
I just won't move a lot.
Okay, yeah. No fast movements.
That way we can't tell. That's that way we can't tell.
That way they won't see us.
What's been going on in gaming this week, huh? We got some big news drop today. Did you guys see this Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer?
Very excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ugh.
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 no, it's not.
Is that-
It's not a
No,
disgust.
he's
It's
not
not one of.
disgusted. He's not.
It's just have you ever witnessed something so great that you're just like, ugh, it's just like smash the
come a
taste
little?
out of your mouth? Yeah, exactly. It's just just the tiniest nut. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I never played the first Red Dead.
Oh, no?
What?
Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I should really keep
No, man.
opinions to myself.
I understand.
I don't.
It's
I
just one of
judge
the
you right
best
now.
games ever made. I could see
Yeah.
why you'd skip it.
Well, I'm really hoping that they release it on PC because
Me too.
the first one was understandable, them not releasing it, but there's not really an excuse for this next one coming up.
Yeah. Rockstar's weird though, you know? What if they're weird. They're weird. Just
So-
console exclusives in general are weird, I think. You know, I understand why they do it, but it kind of stinks. And if it's more money, how much does a port cost? That's the big question. How much does it cost to port a game to PC?
Well, if it's coming out for Xbox One, from what I've been told, it's very easy to translate between modern Xbox and PC.
So
Yeah,
they'd have to
essentially.
make a substantial profit from that port. The cost would have to, or the payment from the profit from the sale of the game for PC would have to outweigh
I don't know,
the cost
man.
of the port.
It's Rockstar.
I think
Sometimes
they
I
can
feel
do
they
it.
don't do it out of spite.
I think
Yeah.
they can make the money
It's
back.
not spite. There's no one sitting at a business meeting like, oh, we're gonna really stick it to those PC games.
Is there?
Let's make
Is
it.
there?
Let's put 3 years into a AAA title just to spite them.
That's how I feel.
I had heard at one point from a source. I mean, it does cost a considerable amount of money to take something made on PC and port it to a specific, like, all right, if I want to take this indie game and port it to Switch, there's a company that'll do it for like $25,000 or $30,000 because someone's got to make A, B, and B, C, and all that complicated stuff that I have no idea of. But there shouldn't be really a excuse because the Xbox is just a glorified PC. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is.
I think it's different now with the new consoles than it was in like the 360 and PS3 days. I think it was harder back then.
Yeah, so that I understand,
Support.
but I just hope they go the route of Grand Theft Auto 5. And I mean, I'm willing to wait and pay the extra money. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still almost full price. The game's been out for like 4 years, but it was worth every penny.
It's the best-selling game of all time.
I just,
Yeah, it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Didn't we go over this?
It's
once
made them
before?
like over
I
$1
thought The
billion.
Sims or something.
No, I believe
We had
it
a
took the
game where we
crown.
played-
I believe it took the crown fairly recently, like in the past
okay.
couple weeks.
Yeah, it's a recent change. It shifted over to the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they do it on PC, but I don't know. I'm considering getting a PlayStation. If it doesn't,
Do you not have a
Me
console?
too, actually.
I don't have any. Oh, I have a Wii U.
Oh, so you don't have a console? All right.
I have an Xbox One, but it's trash.
I got a
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, Switch boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Heck yeah,
Just need a Switch and a
Super Mario
PlayStation.
Odyssey. Yeah, I'm an Xbox fanboy though from the 360 days. So I don't know, but it's PS4 does seem like the smarter buy.
It just has so many games that I want to play, and pile on Red Dead on top of that list. That would probably be the tipping point that makes me end up buying one.
Guido, would you say Red Dead Redemption is one of the best games you've ever played?
It's up there.
It's up there for me. I mean, narratively, it's probably one of the best. I love westerns. Actually, I really, really, really love westerns, and it's actually one of the best westerns, in my opinion,
It's a
that I've
hotel.
ever seen.
Chain.
This happened to be a game.
I got it.
Is Red Dead just like GTA but with cowboys?
Yes, pretty much exactly.
Similar, very similar.
Because if I
is
can drive
similar.
by on a horse, they've
can.
got my pre-order.
You can drive by on a
absolutely.
horse.
There's
That's-
a lot of a lot less getting from point A to point B. I'd say in Red Dead.
Yeah,
Like
Millpool.
GTA is like you get a mission, drive across the map, do the mission, and then drive all the way back across or fast travel to get a new mission, and then drive to the new mission. Red Dead, it's way more concentrated. I felt that you just go and rob a stagecoach, and then a short horse ride away is another part of a mission that you have to do, and it's less like driving cars around or horses.
It's a fucking great story.
That there is traveling and stuff, but the great thing, one of the great things the first game did was like the random events where you'd ride by someone and they're like, "Help! I'm getting robbed" or
That too.
something. So that was really cool.
That
They're
sounds
really
really
good
fun.
at making their worlds feel alive. Rockstar. That's
Yes.
like the best part of the game.
Holy shit.
I actually don't like Grand Theft Auto that much as
What?
an IP.
I
I
don't
don't.
either.
I don't like it that much. And I found Red Dead to be phenomenal.
I mean, that's understandable. I mean, story is definitely a big part of that game.
Yeah, I love the GTA games.
Yeah. Did you beat this last one?
Yeah, 5. I've
Wow.
beat it twice.
Oh wow.
Good job, dude.
5 is really good. Like, I didn't care about the story of GTA until San Andreas, which changed the game for those types of open world, open-ended games like Sandbox. Because I mean, the big part of it was I got to be black, which is like unprecedented, and the N-word was thrown around a lot, and I was like, this is early 1990s Compton, like SoCal. It's as real as it gets.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it made a lot of edgy white kids happy as well. Like, oh man, mom, he said the N-word. That's so cool. Like, and introduced drive-bys and exercise.
Yeah.
Were kids really
Mommy,
turned on by racial epithets?
on your memories?
Oh my god.
Memories.
But I
Wasn't
don't know.
like that hot coffee thing like a huge deal for a lot of kids?
That was
Yeah.
that's the first, like, I guess, on camera sex, like on screen sex in a video game. I'm not sure. It didn't make it to the final cut, but you can unlock it with a code. So that was a big deal. That was on the news. That's how crazy it was. So I immediately found that mod and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And that's we'll stop right there.
When video games make national news, it's never good, is it?
Nah, someone
No.
always spins it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think it's more positive than it used to be. It's not like, is it? I don't think it's like how it used to be, where everyone was saying like, oh, video games cause violence.
Not as
You
much.
don't see that as much anymore.
You know, the
No.
big news is Guido's favorite game in the entire world ever invented by man was the
Pokemon Go?
latest. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was positive news.
Yeah, that was. Everybody was into Pokemon Go. I still am. I play it daily. I've
Pretty
been
much
capturing
nonstop.
all sorts of Rubidoos and
Yeah.
Plokadokes.
We're following you around the room as you walk around
Yeah.
and catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're catching one like over the dead body of Hugh Hefner right
Oh,
now.
hey, it's me, the play with girl, mate. You guys checking Pokemon out?
Shh, don't say anything.
Shut up, bitch. There's a Poliwhirl on your titty. So I gotta catch
Oh.
it. Put some
Okay.
spin on it.
Do it.
Hey,
Hey.
hi.
Hi. I've been looking
Hey.
at you, boy.
I'm gonna stab you 8 times.
Oh, that turns me on.
Wow, she likes it. Good job.
Are you
I'm
gonna
in
push
there,
me in the
boys.
ditch first?
Mention the ditch.
Oh, fuck, I forgot the ditch.
Okay, I gotta go.
No,
I'll be
you
looking
forgot the
forward to that.
ditch.
Wow, you hit it home, Millpool.
Yeah,
Way to
well,
go.
I messed it up a little bit, but
Yeah.
making progress.
So Red Dead, the trailer looked pretty good. A lot of the facial features, the character animations looked superb, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I even
I
showed
don't
it
know.
to my boss, who's not a gamer, and he was like, "Wow, this looks pretty cool."
Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah. Hey, Guido, you gonna get some work done today? That's what he sounds like.
Yeah.
And
I thought the voice, I don't know about the voice actor for the main guy. I'm sure it'll grow on me, but it was, I don't know.
what did he sound like?
Hey, I thought he sounded like McCree from Overwatch a lot,
He did a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is another Western guy, but McCree is like kind of a caricature of a Western guy.
Like,
Well, he
I'm
literally
gonna
is,
rustle
isn't he?
up some cattle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the lore he's cosplaying a cowboy.
Is
For
he?
Overwatch?
Like he's not actually a cowboy. He's somebody pretending to be a cowboy.
Oh, he's like an actor or something? Is that what?
I
No.
don't know about that. I mean, he has a robot arm, so he can fire his gun real fast.
I could have swore it was somebody who just was really into the cowboy thing. Seriously, I'm serious.
I mean, they're like the protectors of the world in their universe. I don't think they would let some
What, they can't be
cosplayer
into-
in.
They can't be into something really. A lot. They let Genji in.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
What are you
He's
trying to
weird.
say about Genji?
I don't know. He's all weird. So I was like, oh, hello.
Oh no, Guido, no. Not like this.
All the Asian people in the room just started to look at us.
Oh, they did. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I take that back, please. I apologize. Okay, they shook their heads. Yes. What about this Bluehole suing Epic? You guys hear about this? You seen this? You heard about this?
I did.
You know who Bluehole is?
They are the creators of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. You got to say the whole thing, like a Tribe Called Quest. I guess I read that they license the Unreal Engine from Epic, which basically everybody does
Right,
some
everybody.
game. And they went ahead and they made their own battle royale version, and which I think is a hell of a lot more fun than PUBG. Like a lot more fun. Yeah,
Really?
I played a few games with Wallfail last night. I didn't do very well, but the appeal is it runs a lot better than PUBG, and you've got the building aspect, which is one of the things in Fortnite that they're pimping out. So you've got this survival mode where you can just build up a shack or some stairs, barricade yourself, create cover, go to higher ground, and it's like Minecraft with Battle Royale. It's what's not to love. It's cartoony. You can bounce on things. There's rocket launchers, grenades. I don't know. I think it just is better than PUBG. And it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
I get boners for the tactical stuff though, like the realistic gun shooting stuff. So the appeal of Fortnite is just not there for me at all.
It is not aesthetically not
Plus
for me at all.
The game ruined itself for me by being a big pile of junk. The single player I did not get into, or single player, the PvE aspect of it. I didn't get into.
Well, it's probably because it's garbage.
It's kind of weird. They spent like 7 years making that core game, and then they made this mod in like it seems
couple
like pretty
seconds.
quickly.
Yeah,
like 6 months or something maybe, and this seems like more popular now.
Got to go where the money is.
Yeah,
sure.
It's a very obvious cash in, and good for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why Bluehole is suing them, or I mean, like what grounds they have to stand on.
I think they weren't going to do it based on the battle royale aspect itself, right? It was more because it's the company that made the engine that they're using for their game that's competing with them.
Yeah,
because they said that they wouldn't compete with people who bought the license to their engine if they make a game similar. And they did exactly that by adding Battle Royale to Fortnite.
Oh,
it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, that's pretty low of them. It'd be like if Millpool bought the rights to podcasting from me. And I didn't have a podcast.
And I made a really good podcast.
Yeah, you made a really good podcast that everybody loved.
Oh my god!
Like, hey guys, over here, look at my podcast.
And you're Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm Fortnite in this scenario. It's a Fortnite podcast, actually.
I don't know. I think that Fortnite as the battle royale mode. I haven't played the single player, and I don't really have any intention to. I'm big multiplayer when it comes to stuff like this. It had 1 million players on its first day, and as long as it can do microtransactions right and can fix all the stuff that PUBG doesn't do well, because I think there's a bunch of things that PUBG could improve on. I think it's good to have competitors in the space because it forces innovation from competitors. I mean, can you imagine if there was only League as a MOBA, but Dota never existed? Like, what would be the motivation to keep improving? So it's nice that there's more players in the pool, and I hope that PUBG becomes a better game, and I also hope that Fortnite Battle Royale becomes good, because I do like the Battle Royale genre. I never got into it before PUBG, but I played it, and I'm like, this is really cool, and I don't care if I never win. It's all about doing janky shit with your friends. So as long as I can do that and it gets better, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for competition. I just think if there was a conversation before PUBG ever released that Epic said, hey, we won't infringe upon this territory, it's all yours, and then they ended up doing that, that's a shitty maneuver, and there should be a penalty for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything's going to happen, though.
No, I
like, they're going to just make your whole game from scratch.
I wonder how it's worded legally, because I mean, Epic makes, shooters mainly, I think, right? Like Unreal and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know what game they made before Fortnite, but it seems weird. Like, if someone puts out a shooter using their engine, then they can no longer make a shooter. You see what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
Like, just because someone
Well, it's a type
makes
of
a
shooter.
game of a genre, then all of a sudden Epic cannot make the same game or a similar game.
Shooter's pretty broad. Battle arena with enclosing domes is a little bit more specific, you know?
I don't know if it is, though. I think it's just kind of a new genre of game.
Well, battle royale is a battle royale. It's a battle royale.
Yeah. But I think the hang up in this alleged lawsuit was that there were elements that, because, you know, nobody owns the battle royale genre. I mean, H1Z1 didn't even do it first. I mean, there was another game before that that I read.
You know, the shitty one, DayZ or something.
Yeah. All that matters is who does it the best. And when they look back, I look at this as PUBG is the more competitive, hardcore, and Fortnite is definitely easier to get into. It's definitely a little bit more casual, and I like to compare that with Smash 4 versus Smash Melee, even League of Legends versus Dota. There are people who play League of Legends just because it's easier to get into.
True.
The ceiling is still high, but not quite as high as Dota. But because of that accessibility and them addressing things that, you know, there's no one who wants to play a game, but you don't want to feel like you're not going anywhere. And I think that Fortnite, League of Legends, Smash 4 address all of that, but still add enough competitiveness to the game to make it watchable and have people want to participate and not feel awful about it. So
Well, for
that's
what
just
it's
my 2
worth,
cents.
I hear it's fun.
It's so fun. Like, the goofy graphics aside, I don't know. I like it. It's definitely a lighter style PUBG, and the characters dance like they were doing a fucking Running Man, breaking it on down.
I justified it like this: it's PUBG for people who are more of an Overwatch you know, they're like, PUBG is the Overwatch for Rainbow Six people. Fortnite's Battle Royale is the PUBG for like the Overwatch people.
Mm-hmm.
That makes
It's
sense.
fun.
Cool. Well, we'll keep our eyes on that legality situation going on, right, Millpool?
Mm-hmm. Gonna go through the court documents.
Oh,
Please do all of
Right
it.
now.
Yeah, please get back to us, or we'll kill you.
I will.
Millpool's on the case.
I've been playing a little bit of Marvel vs. Capcom. Have you dipped into that? I know you like fighting games.
I was actually surprised to see that on the list because I didn't take you for a fighting game player.
He's terrible
all.
at it.
I'm not.
He really
yeah,
sucks.
I'm really
like
bad
hard.
at it.
I'm waiting for a code for my YouTube network to play. But if I don't get it in like another week, I'll just pony up the money and buy it. What do you play on PC?
Yeah, playing on PC.
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely play. I played Marvel 3 when it came out. Like, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm awful at it though. But it would be good to play. I bought a stick.
Like a wooden stick, like off the ground.
No, arcade stick. Those who are watching the stream on twitch.tv/justokgamers, if you're listening to the podcast but not watching the stream, you can look at this. This is a under $50 arcade stick, or a $50 arcade stick. I'm going to mod it, get like different buttons and everything. And I played some Tekken. It just felt really nice to get back into that state of mind because I do love fighting games. You need to have time to get better at it. Otherwise, you just lose all the time.
Yeah, that's where I'm running into issues. Is I can't get the timing of it's so fast. Like, I've played Mortal Kombat. I play fighting games, but I usually play it to experience the animations. You know, all the cool fighting games have cool animations, and it's usually characters that I've grown up with. That's why I got this game, is because I'm a comic book fanboy. I like Marvel stuff. And I was like, well, I'll play as Iron Man and fight Mega Man and shit. And I wanted to see all the cool kicks and punches and super proton blasts that go on. And I got through that. I got through the story mode. I saw everything there was. I was like, I'll just continue playing and see if I can get better at this. Hopped onto online. It's no good, man.
Oh yeah.
They have a beginner league. But anybody can join it. So I just hop in and I'm stun locked the whole time. They're juggling me across the map. Can't block a thing. Don't get any hits in. It's just it sucks. And there's no middle ground either. Like, I could maybe hop in there and get a guy that's just as bad as me, but those guys are like 1 in 10. And then every other time, the other 9 times, is someone that's gonna kick my ass completely with me.
So there's a lot of
attention.
noob farming going on then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The people who are playing online, they've been playing since the beta was allowed to, like, these, at least they have like a month on everybody else, if not more time. So
Yeah, but they're
I don't know,
cheesing and going to the beginner league, man. That sucks.
yeah, it does suck. Well, I mean, you could always go to local tournaments. That's the best way to level up. And I think there's an auto combo system you can turn on to dial a combo.
I ain't a bitch, man. I'm not gonna do some auto fucking combos. What do you think I am? I've been playing games for 33 fucking years. I'm not gonna auto combo.
I'm just saying that it's there in case you want to
Fucking
play your
trading
ego
wheels
a
like a
little bit.
If you can't hold your bladder, there's these diapers you can wear.
Did you hear that this is a really big deal when they announced the game? They took out complex motion, so there's no dragon motion or the shoryuken motion for all you hardcore gamers out there. And that motion it actually took me a while to this is actually embarrassing. So it's funny that Guido mentioned Mortal Kombat, because that was one of the games that I could not wrap my feeble mind around when I was 7, 8 years old. I had a friend who played on the Genesis, and he would just beat my ass every single day. That and Street Fighter. I'm like, how are you doing the kicks and the dragon jump punch? And he's like, it's right there. Just do a dragon motion. Like, what's a dragon motion? Like, what's a quarter circle forward? And that I didn't get that shit until high school. But when I figured it out, I was like, that's amazing, because at Z it looks like a dragon. Anyway, so it's forward, then down forward. And Capcom was like, we're taking that out. So if you want to do a shoryuken, you can just press down punch, which is so unintuitive, because I mean, this is the way it's been for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And they just took it out. But it seems to be working, because there's so many opportunities for misinputs. So down, you can't really mess that up.
Right. Yeah, the inputs, I'm having trouble with the timing. Like, I can get combos, but like adding supers to combos and stuff like that, I can't. I just can't figure it out. Because in Mortal Kombat or Injustice, it's like the inputs you can do before the combo is finished. You can queue up button presses. But in Marvel vs. Capcom, everything is live. You have to do it at a certain time. And that's just throwing me for a loop.
Actually, while I have your stick on here, for people watching the stream, I'll show you how the Magic series works in Marvel vs. Capcom. This is an ode to original Marvel vs. Capcom, which came out in like the late 90s. You could get it on arcade machines. It's really fun. But it's only got 4 attack buttons. So like X, Y, AX. So if you're facing your opponent, what you can do is you can do like light punch, heavy punch. You can hold down and then press light kick and then heavy kick. And then what it'll do is, like, at the end, it'll launch, and then you got yourself an air combo. So then you go up in the air. You can repeat that combination of buttons again, send them on down, and then you'll have just enough time to input a super, which a lot of people is quarter circle forward, 2 punches, or 2 kicks.
Nola, I believe it's light punch, light kick, heavy punch, and then down heavy punch.
Oh, damn, shit. I just got schooled.
You got schooled by the beginner league. Fucking noob.
Yeah, let's go. I'll see you in the beginner league, buddy.
All right, I'm getting Marvel vs. Capcom tonight. I'm gonna make Guido.
Oh no!
I'm gonna make Guido quit. I'm gonna make him wish he'd never been born.
I'm already close to that.
No, let's make this the thing. Let's make this the thing. Get all the communities together. One night, Guido versus Blakinola.
Oh man, that'll be a quick match though. That'll be a quick match.
Oh jeez. I love Marvel.
But overall, I'm enjoying it. It's one of those games I can like put on training mode and practice combos while I got Netflix running, and just relax and not have to talk to people and worry about anything except hitting the right buttons at the right time. That's why I like it.
There are a bunch. I was going to say really quick. There's a bunch of people in the fighting game community. This goes out to anybody who they'll make like super really beginner friendly videos on the series and how to approach how to block mix-ups, which something I never got over in Street Fighter. People would just jump over me and attack me reverse. It actually made me quit the game. I hate being crossed up, but that's a legitimate strategy. But as long as it's, I don't know.
Doctor
it
Strange's
feels
cross-up is fucking ridiculous, dude.
people teleporting all around the match.
Yeah, man. Good.
Coming from on high. The worst is when somebody will fly and then they'll dash over you and you're expecting the cross up, and then they mix up and they're like, no, I'm just going to hit you with a regular overhead, and you're blocking the other way, anticipating the mix up. And that's the type of stuff that keeps me coming back. It's frustrating, but when you're able to defend against it, it's like fighting an enemy in Dragon Ball Z. Like, you get like Goku, you're excited to fight somebody stronger because you know you're going to learn new tech and get better at the game.
I have a friend that like has his own fighting stick and set up, and he has like a couch he bought just for playing on the thing. That's all he does. And he says there's no greater high for him in gaming than logging on to to his PS4, playing whatever fighting game I think he's into, and just beating the shit out of somebody. And he's such a nice, mild-mannered dude, right? Like, he's quiet and stuff. But when I see him beat people, he's like super aggressive and like trash talking, like out of nowhere. It's like somebody who gets road rage, but like a video game. It's amazing how some people like change when it comes to fighting games.
I have a small segue. It's one time in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, I was destroying somebody with Donkey Kong, and so they picked Meta Knight, and who's a super cheesy character for anybody who is aware of that era of Super Smash Brothers. And I got so mad. This tournament, I brought a TV to reduce the cost of the venue fee so I could, play on a budget. I took my 13-inch TV. I was so mad. I took it, I unplugged it, I left the tournament right there. I was eliminated, and I threw the TV into the river, and I quit Smash Brothers Brawl that day, and somebody's car alarm's going off.
Wow. I wonder who's breaking into cars at this party here for Hugh Hefner's death.
Yeah, it's kind of like really a bad form.
That's what you call funerals, right? Parties for deaths?
Yeah, you're celebrating life? Not celebrating death. That's kind of morbid. If you're at a funeral, like, ooh, this guy died. Fuck yeah. Ooh, bad form. Yeah.
Party for Death sounds like an emo band name, right?
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
I'm going to see Party for Death next weekend.
It's my favorite band.
I loved them.
Cool. Who are they playing with?
They're playing with Booger Town.
Oh, man.
And Deathtical.
Yeah. What about this Metroid Prime? I don't know anything about Metroid Prime. How you liking it? 3DS, huh? You still use that piece of shit, huh?
Oh my god! You trying to trigger
everyone I
everybody
know
in the
that
chat?
has bought a DS has played it for a few weeks and then never picks it up again.
I will be honest. The last time I touched my 3DS was to play Pokemon, because I hadn't played Pokemon in over, what was it, 15 years? The last one I played was Diamond and Pearl. So it was a really big deal for me to play it, and I felt like I was playing Red and Blue for the first time. It was just an experience for me. I loved it. And then I just didn't touch it for 8 months. And then I hear a remake of Metroid 2, which I never got to play, was coming out. I saw the trailer, and I was like, for all those who don't know, I'm one of the biggest Metroid fanboys you'll ever meet. I was just reading the Metroid wiki today, and even though, Metroid was a kind of a spin-off of like the Alien series, but in Nintendo's eyes, it's become this mysterious, awe-inspiring just lore of this one woman and Metroid. Holy shit! We could do a whole episode on this. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I just really love Metroid. Yeah. So just like when the first time you find out that Samus is not a man, like that is huge. Like in '86, the instruction manual deliberately referred to Samus as a he. And then if you beat the game good enough, you'll see a beautiful woman. And I'm like, what? I thought Samus was a dude. And that is just like breaking gender roles right there. Because,
another trophy for the patriarchy.
Exactly. Hey, shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Look at these kids in the funeral.
Damn kids at the funeral.
Sorry, the kid actually shut up. That's so annoying. Like, this kid should be in bed. It's 8:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What the fuck is your kid doing awake? Sorry about that.
8:47 is pretty early, man.
Yeah.
I
What
think I'm
kind
turning
of
into,
shop are you running over there, man? Fuck.
I'm turning into a crotchety old man. I yell at kids so often nowadays.
That's good. That's a good little segment. But yeah, who brings a child to a funeral?
Yeah, it's just disgraceful, really.
Yeah, be quiet when the dead are being dead.
Trying to do a podcast.
I'll be quiet when I'm dead anyway. Shut up, Blakinola.
Wow.
It's Simon.
The kid got a mic. Yeah, my
Like, where
name's
did-
Mike too.
Like, how did he afford that? Does he have a
bought it.
job?
I stole your money from your pocket. Okay, gotta go. Wow.
Well,
This is weird.
Lots
Yeah, I know,
of
it's-
weird guests coming on this episode.
This is the weirdest funeral that I've ever been a part of, but
absolutely.
it's one for the books.
you know, just to not make you feel too bad, Nola, I come back to my 3DS for Fire Emblem. That's my joint.
Oh, you're a Fire Emblem fan?
I'm a Fire Emblem guy.
Absolutely disgusting.
Fuck you.
Now, I want to
Yeah.
actually have a discussion off stream about the appeal, because I just don't see the appeal.
I don't know, man. It's the story and the RTS component, and yeah. Permanent
As
loss
someone
of
who
the
has
character.
testicles, I just think there are better games out there. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, a broader argument could be made about anime in general. Then, if you want,
Is it
I'll go there.
true?
I'll go there if you want.
It just doesn't appeal to me. I'm bad at those games. I played fucking Mario Rabbids, and then now maybe I'll give XCOM and Fire Emblem a try.
XCOM
anything
is,
like that.
is good if you don't mind, like, punching yourself in the dick.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I'd rather play Fire Emblem than have a subscription to Crunchyroll.
Yeah, exactly.
Anime was a mistake. Guido 20.
Anime was a mistake.
All right. We got a bunch of voicemails to do. You guys want to just hop into those? Or do you guys have anything that you really want to talk about?
I'm good with voicemails, man. Yeah, no problem.
Give me the voicemails. Give them to
All
me.
right, let's do them.
We have a new voicemail. You want to listen to the voicemail?
All right, let's see. What do we got here? A good amount. There's like 12 of them. So let's just start right at the bottom. Here we go.
Whoa, halfway there. Whoa, living out of Guido. Take my hand. We'll Millpool City. Whoa, and then there's fucking Nancy. Then there's Wally. And then the Just Okay Gamers.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, there it is.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
I like it.
I
like it.
I hope that's not setting the tone for the rest of these voicemails. Thanks for whoever that was. I'm guessing it was
John
Shrek.
Bon Jovi, I believe.
Oh yeah, it was John Bon Jovi. My bad. Okay, next voicemail. Here it is.
What's up, guys? This is McLaserson. Question today. What kind of phone are you using, and how do you decide when it's time for an upgrade?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
I think you might be
boy.
opening up a can of worms here, but okay.
Yeah, you think so? Phone talk?
Well, I mean, the Discord chat was any indication about iPhones, maybe. I don't know.
People
Yeah.
are so passionate about what phones they have and stuff like that. What phones are coming out. I have a piece of shit old Nexus 5, which is fine. But yeah, I don't care about like getting the latest and greatest phone.
Yeah, I used to upgrade every 2 years whenever my contract was up. And then a few years ago, my contract went up and I switched carrier and I had a phone and I signed up for a new service and I didn't have to pay that phone cost, because when you sign a contract, half of the money of your monthly payment goes to the phone, the other half goes to the service that you do. And when you don't have that phone cost, man, your phone bill is cheap as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And fortunately, I don't care about that. And I'm going to get the next iPhone when it comes out. I want the X really bad, and I'm just waiting a month till it comes out so I can have it.
What do you have now?
I have an iPhone 6. I've been waiting 3 and change years.
That's a huge upgrade.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I love my 6, by the way. And I just want to mention, this is the first iPhone I've ever had. I was an Android guy up to this point, and I got so fucking tired of the Android phone by the time I was done with it, slowing down to a crawl, that I was willing to give the iPhone a try. And sure enough, 3 and change later, a little bit of a crack on the side, dropped countless times, charged, overcharged, undercharged, run out of battery, kicked, dragged, put it in my pocket, all kinds of shit. Still runs really good. I am thoroughly convinced I will stay iPhone just because of the reliability and speed.
I think I realize why iPhones are so expensive now. The processor, the architecture of the phone is mind-blowing. You
saw the article, right?
Yeah, the chip on that phone is holy crap. Like, I know I give Apple a lot of shit, as Wally will sometimes see on Facebook. But
yeah,
because I used to support Apple for a living, like just doing IT support, and then administering it made me want to kill myself. So I switched over to Windows, and everything's been fantastic since. But I got to give Apple credit on their processors on their phones. I mean, they blow some of the laptops out of the water. Just the speed is absolutely insane, and that easily is alone, worth the $1,000 price tag that this phone is going to have. It's going to be snappier than any Android phone that comes out in the next couple of years, easily. So
I'm on that really expensive, in the long run, iPhone for life thing on Sprint. So I'm going to hand in my old phone, get the iPhone X for free, essentially. Pay it over time, like Guido said in the bill, though. But I don't have any other phone. I don't have a landline. I don't got anything, so whatever. Yeah. And I don't mind paying over time, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. And I'll see what happens, I guess.
Should be fine. I mean, I think the phone has a lot of promise, and I just like seeing Apple and Samsung compete against each other, because every time they come out with stuff, like this is the first Apple conference, so I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. So see what happens.
Samsung makes some fucking sexy ass phones. It's just a shame that they're getting clobbered on the benchmarks.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 6 still, and I'm gonna run it into the ground. I'm not gonna try and Frankenstein it by putting like a new battery and stuff in it. But once the battery goes, I'll probably get a new phone. But
you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I have an iPhone 6.
Oh.
Dude, phones are expensive.
Guido and I upgraded at the same time, I think.
Yeah, right about that time. Yeah, phones are expensive.
They're very expensive. $1,000, right? It's gonna be
a new benchmark.
Too much.
Are you really going to be able to get that without a down payment? I don't see how that's possible.
I've been a year and a half out of my rotation for upgrading. I mean, there's literally no. In fact, I did the math. Once your lease is up with Sprint, if you don't automatically sell your phone, buy it, or trade it in for something, you pay a flat like $25. So I found out that that I would literally not be paying a cent more when I upgrade to the iPhone X, because I'm paying the out of lease per month fee, which is more than what it would be if I amortize the iPhone X's cost over the life of the lease.
Oh, so okay.
So yeah, so I'm not technically quote unquote losing out, but I am like paying more than I should if I was doing it smart. But like I said, I'm on this iPhone for life thing, unlimited data, unlimited text. I can call anybody on any network forever, and I don't pay a dime, and my wife's on it too. And so I'm just going to hand it in, pay like I think a $5 transfer charge, get the iPhone X, and I'm out the door.
Nice.
Cool, man.
Phone talk.
Phone talk. Phone talk.
Phone talk! Oh my god!
Dude,
God, Wally
people
died.
at this funeral are so upset.
Pretty sure you woke Hugh Hefner up from the dead. He's back, everybody.
I was hoping he would be from that.
He's a ghost. No.
It's me, Hugh Hefner. Wow.
Why are you talking like that?
Yeah, it looks like Ray Romano, like
ghost.
lifting Hugh
Wait, is
Hefner
that
up.
Ray Romano?
Yeah.
You guys got me. It is me. Ray
Am I doing at a funeral?
Yeah, fuck off.
What are you doing here? Why are you pretending to be the dead Hugh Hefner?
When we were in that boat last week, it just like I really wanted to kiss you again.
That's not Ray Romano. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Well, you caught me at this.
Pull that other shit up.
I'm here in California. Well, it's a shame Hugh Hefner, he died. He got shot out of a cannon. That's what I heard. Right?
Yeah, no, he's totally a cannonball, right in the skull.
Hoggle, sorry.
Okay, I got the goal. I got the goal now. Oh, wow. We had Arnold Schwarzenegger pretending to be Ray Romano, pretending to be Ghost Hugh Hefner. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I was gonna throw you another character, but I forgot his name.
Oh,
Christopher Walken.
I was just standing here.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
All right, next voicemail. Here it is.
Hey guys, this is Nickel Boots. I was wondering what your biggest computer mishap has been so far. Not related to the pod, just in general. Software or hardware, doesn't matter. Thanks.
Pour one out for our boy Sniggle, having some
Sniggle.
computer issues right now.
Rip.
Yeah, it sucks. Computer problems stink. I've had my fair share of them. Remember when I blue screened all the time while we were podcasting?
Remember when you opened your fridge and like the internet would die?
Yeah. That one might be the most frustrating because whenever I had a Blue Yeti and it was hooked up USB, and whenever I opened my fridge to go get a drink, I'd come back and it would be disconnected. It would like the USB would show up like it was pulled out. So I'd have to pull out the cord out of the actual Yeti and then plug it back in, and everything would work fine until the next time I got up to go to my refrigerator and I opened it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing ever.
I got one. If you want. This is back when I first started learning how to build, and I think it was my first or second build ever, and it was an AMD Athlon system, like back when the chip was embedded in like a black framed box, which then went into the motherboard. And I had an Asus GeForce 256 graphics card, and original GeForce, and I overclocked it so much that I blew something up, and the card itself fused through the PCI interface, and I couldn't get it out off the motherboard. So I shorted the motherboard and the card and the power supply, and the card was melded to like the board without prying it out with a pair of pliers.
Oh boy. And
that was the worst fuck up I think I've ever done.
Yeah, anything where anything melds to anything else is
It's not good.
Yeah, it's a bad scenario.
Yeah, it was the burning smell. Like I was like, what do you call it when you like take like that hot like poker like electro diffused metal together?
Oh, jerking off?
It was like jerking off, yeah. Yeah. But it smelled like that. It smelled like burnt metal and circuitry. It was really bad, and it was in the dorm too. So like it was down the hallway and everything. But thankfully I was able to save mostly everything else. Like the AMD was okay. I think I had a Sound Blaster sound card that was okay. The power, but yeah, everything else I had to replace. Memory was okay too, strangely enough. I think it wasn't even DDR memory. I think at that point it was like PC 1, like 1800 or something.
Do you have any that are popping in your head, Nola?
I don't even know if I don't know if it fits Sniggle's request, but one time I was playing GTA 5 and I just bought a strip club. So I was like, I'm going to get a table dance. And I had to black out the stream super quick because, with the delay and everything, they're like, Nola, don't do it. And they were just titties and vag in high quality on the screen. I was like, yep. I just had to black out the stream. I was didn't want to get banned. So
is that
was a little mishap.
Offense?
I don't know how that works with Grand Theft Auto. Like I don't think any like frontal nudity is allowed, like purposefully. They allowed it in Conan, just people's dicks swinging around because it's part of the game. But I had to go out of my way to see titties, and I think that might have been a problem. But I didn't want to risk it. So
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, especially with Twitch.
Cool. Millpool, you got anything?
Not really. I don't know. Just
Okay.
I've lost hard drive. That's probably the worst.
Oh, you
Did
lost the
something
hard
like-
drive?
Yeah.
Did something really horrible happen to your old Alienware system, like when you first had it?
No, not really. The last time I built a computer, I got like the motherboard I bought it just turned out to be faulty. So I had to go. I didn't know that at the time, so I troubleshooted everything for like 6 hours before I figured it out.
I just want to give a shout out to Mill because he had this old Alienware, like OG Alienware case from an original build. And I don't know how many systems you managed to survive with that thing, but you carried that thing through like 2 or 3 builds, and it was really cool.
Yeah, the thing was heavy as fuck.
Yeah,
It was so heavy.
All right, next voicemail. Here it is.
Hey guys, it's Shrek is Love. I had a question for you guys. I know it's been established that everyone loves the Switch on the podcast. Everyone has the Switch, and you guys are just fucking stoked about the Switch. I just had a question though. What's the number one game you're looking forward to on the Nintendo Switch? Bye.
All of that is accurate. We're all Switch aficionados.
Oh yeah, Switch is just. I have my Switch right here.
I love
Just-
my Switch.
Bam. Guido, you have a Switch?
Yeah.
I own 4, actually.
Yeah, I got mine right here.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, I really like all the games that you can play on this Switch.
that's what
That's
you like to play.
sriracha.
What?
That's not a.
Oh, well, I was duped then.
Oh my god! You should
Wait.
definitely get your money back.
Buy it from a guy named Miyamoto.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a Switch. I don't really. I didn't buy it. I wasn't into it.
I'm tempted for one reason only, and I think Nola would agree what that reason is.
Super Mario Odyssey.
No.
Can't wait for that game. What?
Metroid
I
Prime
agree.
4, boy.
Oh shit! That's also another one.
Yeah, 2018, baby.
I'm gonna hold my reservations until I see that Retro Studios is making it again.
Okay.
Because
Is that the
they
studio that made the really bad one?
no, I mean they made the Prime trilogy. I'd never heard of Retro Studios before then. But yeah, they developed. They've made other stuff, but their claim to fame was Metroid, and the things that they did with it to bring the series to life is just fantastic. So I'm gonna just wait and see, but I should be good. But if you don't have a Switch, I mean, there's so much good stuff on it. There's more stuff good stuff out for it now than there was on the Wii U 5 years ago in the first like 6 months. It's crazy because I can play these. Yeah, there's Zelda.
Well, you played that,
Sonic,
Guido.
Zelda, Sonic, man. I played 120 hours of Zelda. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Yeah.
Skyrim. I know Guido's not a fan of any of these games.
Oh,
That's fine.
Skyrim! I can't
Skyrim.
wait to play Skyrim.
For the 7th time.
How many times have you tried to play Skyrim, Guido?
Oh, so many times. So many times. I get lost count. I don't know.
How's the farthest you've ever gotten?
When it first came out, I made it pretty far. I
Okay.
put a lot of hours into it. Never beat it though.
Okay.
Me neither. I just kill bears and crabs. Get myself in trouble. Mod stuff. I'll never beat the game, so don't even worry about it.
What else?
I beat it twice.
Sonic Mania is on there. I guess that's a $20 game. A whole bunch of there's the 1-2 Switch, which is the ultimate party game to play at least once, drunk around your family. I saw my mom and dad play against each other, and Nintendo just has this uncanny ability to make games that bring people together. No other developer or console maker can make the games that Nintendo makes. And that's why they will be around far after Hugh Hefner comes back from the dead and takes over the earth.
My buddy got 1-2 Switch and we played it once and then never again played it.
It's a
And then
game
we
that
just
you
played,
honestly
like,
play
Quiplash.
once, and that's it. Exactly.
We played like Jackbox after that. That was like default party game is Jackbox now.
Mario Kart 8, ARMS, Puyo Tetris. Just a lot of cheap games, but the biggest draw is that I could play Zelda like with a back injury. Like I didn't have to worry about sitting in front of my TV, and I could just swap. That's just, it's so good. Like there's that stupid corny shit that you see in commercials where it's like, hey, random person, we can play games together. Like there was this girl who asked me about her Switch, and I was like, do you want to play? She was like, sure. So I gave her one of my Joy-Cons, and we played Mario Kart on the train. And that interaction is priceless. Like you can only get that with Nintendo products. So I'll always hold that near and dear to my heart.
Guido's running out to buy a
Why,
Switch right now.
Guido? You have so much hate in your heart. We need to have an intervention.
It's not hate. It's pragmatic practicality.
I guess so.
I just like it wouldn't. It's not something I would ever do. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the guy sitting. I wouldn't be riding public transportation.
What am I, poor? Fuck that.
And two, I would never talk to someone. Never ever talk to someone.
So if somebody asked you about like, oh, look at this device I've never seen before, like a Switch in the wild, because they were really hard to get back then, you would just be like, well, fuck you, bitch. I'm trying to play Mario right now.
I wouldn't.
Get away from me.
I would cross my arms and I'd stare at them. I wouldn't say a word.
Wow. Jesus.
No, I'd probably be as polite as I could to get out of the situation as fast as I could.
Damn.
That's just I don't know.
The truth comes out.
Hey, man. I'm not a very trusting guy.
No, he's not. He really
or
isn't.
something. They're just trying to distract me to take my Switch.
Hey, that's a nice looking Switch you got there, little boy.
Get in the van.
No, it just doesn't, like, the novelty of it doesn't appeal to me. I know if I bought it, I have a Wii U. Like, I tried. Granted, Wii U is not a Switch, but, like, I tried to be that guy that was like, hey, come over, play my Wii U. We'll play some local co-op games on my Wii U.
That console sucked. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I know if I got a Switch, it would sit. I would play it for about 2 weeks, and then it would sit in that dock and collect dust until one game came out that I'd eventually get.
Yeah, that's what's going on with my PlayStation right now.
Yeah.
I played the hell out of my Switch. Played it earlier today, so
cool.
Yeah.
Man. All right, next voicemail. Here it is.
Hey guys, it's Dragon Guy. I know I came around the Discord a lot a month ago. I'm getting ready to deploy out to the Middle East, and I was curious. Nasty, did you ever deploy?
Oh, no.
And if so, how did you like it? This will be my first time and everything, and I'll be gone for like 6 months. So, but I'm hoping to come around the Discord a little bit, maybe a little in the next week or two. I'm not 100% sure when I'm leaving, but it's supposed to be within like the next month. So, but I love you guys' podcast, and it always puts a goofy smile on my face when I hear the great, excellent jokes. So keep it up, and love the community. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Well, this is awkward.
Damn.
Screen these voicemails, huh?
Yo, yo, yo!
Oh,
hey, Nasty's here.
It's me, Nasty.
Nasty, we thought you were not here this week.
Yo, yo, yo! Did someone have a question for me?
No.
Nasty, what happened to your voice?
Yo, yo, yo! I got kicked in the testicles.
Well, Nash is clearly back, so Nola, you can go, I guess.
Yeah, my work here is done.
No, you stay.
Oh, he's getting sassy.
Nasty's second catchphrase, no.
Very seldom used.
No. That's what I always say.
He wants to know if you've ever been deployed, which I believe you have.
Yeah, I went to Afghanistan. Bye.
Oh, wow.
Is he going back?
We're doing a podcast now.
No, he ran out the door.
He
I don't even know how he got in here. He wasn't invited.
I think that might have been Ray Romano again.
Yeah, it could have been. All right. Next, thanks, Dragon Guy. Good luck.
Yeah, dude.
Deploying. And,
Yeah, stop in the Discord before you go if you haven't already.
We wish you the best of luck. We'll try and remember to replay that for Nasty next time he's on. I'm sure he'd give you some insight and some tips on what to do on your first deployment. So sorry I played that without him here. I didn't have it marked. My bad. It's all my fault. All right, next voicemail. Here it is.
Hey guys, it's Rhino Giant. My question for you is, what is your favorite movie quote? Mine is from the 2005 smash hit Herbie Fully Reloaded, starring young Lindsay Lohan and Michael Keaton. And the quote goes like this. First, Maggie, played by Lindsay Lohan, says, "It wasn't me, it was Herbie." And then Kevin, played by Justin Long, goes, "Herbie is a car." Yeah, it gets me every time. Anyway, yeah, also, please reply. I've sent you guys a lot of audition tapes. I don't think you guys are getting them. Is the address correct? I don't know. Please tell me the address.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite quotes, too, from a movie.
It's a good one.
I don't know what my favorite quote is.
I know what my favorite quote is.
What is it?
It's from the American cult classic, The Room. Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. That was Snowy level almost, in my opinion. I could tell you my favorite quote because we just encountered it in the Biggie Size podcast.
Oh yeah,
it was one of my movie quotes. I loved Munchausen when he said, "I find that a small modicum of snuff can be quite efficacious," and then he produces the snuff, sneezes, and then he ejects them from the giant Leviathan.
I remember when that happened. Oh, speaking of, we did a Patreon episode of Biggie Size movie podcast where we talked about the adventures of Baron Munchausen. So you can download that, search iTunes for Just Okay Extras, or just go to patreon.com/justokgamers. You can listen to it there too. A fun little conversation about that movie. I can't think of a movie quote straight off the bat of the top of my head, but I can think of a television quote that I say, probably one of the quotes I say the most often, and it's "I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's," which is from a Simpsons episode. It's the one where they are on the island. The Model UN gets marooned on an island. Do you remember this episode? You seen this? Have you heard about this?
It's like that book.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies. Okay, Milk.
No, not that one.
Oh no, not that one. The Fountainhead.
Yeah,
the Fountainhead.
Atlas shrugged. No, I have a bad memory. Hey, remember that scene from the Terminator where he's like, "Hey, Johnny, I'll see you later."
Oh man, I think you're getting like a word or two wrong in that.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger turns around, puts his thumb up.
I don't think
in
there's
the air.
a person
His
named
butt?
Johnny.
Hey, little Jimmy, catch you on the flip side.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Oh no, there is a guy named John Connor, right? Is that his name? John Connor?
John Connor.
John Connor.
Oh, you're right, little Johnny. My bad. I'm sorry I doubted you ever, Millpool.
Yeah. God damn it, Guido.
Let this be a lesson to you.
Hey, just accept my apology. You don't have to scold me.
No,
I think we should scold you.
Hey, everyone here for the funeral, could you please, could I have your attention?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh,
what are you doing?
I just want to bring attention to the fact that I was right and Guido was wrong.
Boo, Guido, boo!
Are they booing me or you?
Oh, we're booing Guido. Fuck
know.
him. Oh.
Yeah, Guido sucks. Wow. That's unfortunate. All right, next voicemail. Here it is.
Hey guys, it's your boy Biggie Size calling in with another hot voicemail. Just give me one second. Woo! Ah! All right, I just had to do that quick line real quick. Anyways, you know,
How dare you?
I guess my life's going all right. I mean, I do have this horrible coke addiction, but I'm getting through it. But I've been reading a lot of self-help books lately, and then, you know, they're called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the 48 Laws of Power. I was wondering, if each of y'all wrote a self-help book, what would y'all name it? I would love to have that question answered. All right, guys, have a great day. Hail Satan.
Oh my God!
How dare you besmirch the name of Biggie Size? Force porridge.
Yeah, that was imposter.
Yeah, imposter porridge.
Yeah, imposter porridge. Self-help book. Title of a self-help book.
What would we call it if we wrote one?
Yeah. Mine would be titled, "You Too Could Have a Big Dick Like Me."
The band?
Yeah.
The movie.
The band, the movie.
And Knuckles.
Mine would be learn how to avoid social interactions.
Oh, so like me with the Switch.
With people. Yeah. Don't talk to me!
Yeah, you can write a chapter.
Making me uncomfortable.
Oh, thanks. I'll write the foreword. Anyone else got anything? It's a tough question.
I can't even presume to think of what I would call a self-help book. I'm so
in no
fucked up.
position to give anyone any kind of help. Or
yeah, I know. No
me
way.
neither.
No, I'd say, Nola, you are the most. I read your tweets. You're the most motivational person I know.
Usually people who are outwardly motivational have some sort of deep-seated regret that they are trying to, smooth over. Because everyone puts a certain persona in their social media, like an image of what they want everyone to see, when in reality they're probably not doing that great at all. But if they can bring happiness to other people, it'll make their life seem not as bleak. For me, I would probably say, I guess the title would be just go for it. Because I would rather see what happened and failed than to not have tried at all, as corny as that sounds.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah.
good.
So you would call your book Perfection Achieved.
No, because nobody's perfect. Like, everyone always has something to strive to, and I think it's really important.
So you call it I Am Perfect and You're Wrong.
Yeah, and everybody else sucks. The movie,
Po
the
Buddy's
book.
Nerfect.
That's good.
Nerfect.
Wow. That's really clever, Guido. Did you just come up with that?
I did.
The genius, lyrical wizard, Guido.
No, in that same vein, I'd probably title it something like "Being Mediocre is Fine." It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the best.
Yeah, because when you die, like, it doesn't matter.
Nothing does, really.
Yeah. So you should make your life the most that you can make it, or not. I'm not your real dad.
I think we're accidentally turning this podcast into a eulogy.
Follow your bliss.
100 years, all new people. All new people. None of us will be here. And that's sad.
Yeah. I try not to think about it.
That's why I'm going to come everywhere I can. Leave a little trophy.
Oh, I was hoping you didn't mean that, but okay,
Wait.
I figured.
Are you talking about making kids or just coming?
No, like arriving to
stuff.
places, right? Is there a better way to say that?
I'm arriving. Oh, I'm
arriving.
bother.
All right.
Bother.
Next voicemail. We got a few more to go. Here it is. Oh, gosh.
Hi guys, it's Tomo. I hope you're having a good podcast. I hope Blakinola is treating you all very well. He's a very wonderful man, and I do really rate the guy. So my question for this week, obviously to all of you, is oh shit, you've been in another fatal accident that you've survived. I don't know how you keep doing it, but so you are now one bodily function down. Which bodily function is it? Why? I don't know, you tell me. Well, I've got doctor's reports here, but I'll file a one to yours in a bit. See you later, have a good podcast, and stay safe.
Nice.
I got a controversial one for you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What if you lost the ability to fart?
So
Think about it.
Would it build up in you, or
Yeah, it might.
would you just not have to do it?
I would say it would build up.
They'd have to drill an exhaust hole into the side of your stomach.
Yeah.
Just squeeze out the side fat to like
Yeah, like
depress.
stovepipe farts coming out of the back of you.
And they're super like wet, fleshy farts.
Jesus.
Well, wait a second. If
That
you
exists.
can't fart, does that automatically mean you can't shit? Because
Well,
I
you
mean,
can shit. You just can't fart.
Just
No, that
gas
doesn't-
escapes.
Yeah.
It's just solid.
no, that can't work. You can't even have a solid poop. If the poop smells, that means there's gas. You know, assuming our
I don't know,
taste
poop-
receptors
poop
work.
stinks.
Yeah. Poop
Yeah,
stinks.
but that means
Yeah, so-
there's gas coming off of it, and that gas would emanate from your anus. So
Well, I
you
think-
have to be able to fart. I think
think
they're
human
both.
waste has its own intrinsic smell, regardless of the production of gas, which I understand happens in tandem.
I don't know if I want this conversation to go down this road.
It's getting.
I don't
too
know if I'm
technical.
comfortable enough to
Welcome
talk
to Okay
about
Gamers, bitch.
Well, what are the other bodily functions?
All right, so we got
Like, is
pissing?
walking? Is that?
No, I think he's
There's pissing, coming, shitting, barfing, burping, farting,
breathing.
What am
is a
I-
bodily function.
breathing.
Yeah, heart pumping.
That would be a bad one to lose.
Yeah.
He should have. I think he should have phrased the question like a would you rather? Like, would you rather have your renal system fail, which is actually awful, or like not be able to fuck for the rest of your life? Like,
Tormort phrasing a question properly? I don't know, man. That's a little hard for him.
You're asking a lot of Tom Wart. It's true.
You're involved in a fatal accident.
Which bodily
ya?
fucks? Oh, I'm Tom Wart.
I mean, I guess tears because I never cry anyway,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
you hold it all in.
But I suppose you need tears. You'd have to probably put synthetic eye drops in your eyes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your shit would dry out.
Well, maybe not then. Damn.
Dry eyes. Wow.
Well, who wants to win my money?
Ben Stein?
Yeah, he's a dry eyes guy, isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Win Ben Stein's money. I'm depressed.
Ball, Bueller, Bueller. Yeah,
I don't know. If we
I mean,
have
with-
to pick one. I mean, if I say like not shitting, does it just build up inside of me?
Yeah, that's the question. Like,
Need a bag, a poop bag.
I mean, it'd be cool if I could get punctured and never bleed.
That's kind of a benefit, though. I'm assuming he's phrasing the question in the context of like an intrinsic loss, like a negative loss.
Yeah. I don't know. He's gonna
When-
have to clarify, I think.
Way to fuck it up, Tom Wart.
Yeah, way to go. It's a pretty good question, isn't it?
You got a Cockney accent now?
Such an
All right.
asshole.
Hey, man. Maybe you should make better questions. All right, here's
Jesus.
the next one.
Hey guys, it's Inky. My question this week is: how many keys do you have on your key chain ring that you carry around all day? And what's your least used key on there? Okay, bye. Great pot, probably.
Did you say great pot?
Great pod.
Great pot. Great pot.
Great pot,
I see.
probably.
Oh.
Dude, I got a lot of keys on my key ring. I don't
bet
have
you
it on
do.
me.
I've got 7.
Ooh, 7. I gotta see if
I-
I can beat that. I'll be right back.
I only have 2. They're both
Big-
heavy.
I'll get mine. Fuck it.
All right.
God.
Keys to the castle. Yeah, they have my car key, my office keys, my apartment key. I've got keys to my house that I grew up in, but I guess I use those the least because I have to travel back to Delaware to use those. So yeah, very simple key ring.
It's an old key off. Key off is broken
You know,
out.
when you said 7,
this podcast.
Okay, I can't compete
Jesus.
with 12, but when you said 7, I thought I could compete with it a little bit. There's mine.
The one I use the least is it locks the hatch to my dad's pickup truck. It's a covered pickup truck, and it locks the back hatch.
Yeah.
That's so many keys. I view that as a liability if you're ever placed in a horror situation and you have to struggle to open your house and it's like, this key doesn't work.
Right.
This key doesn't work. Fuck,
Well,
I'm dead.
I have a blue marker on my house key. So
Oh,
I know
that's
exactly
smart.
which one.
I never
No,
thought
I
of
used
that.
to have.
I got those
I used-
too on my keys.
Oh, that's nice. I should get one of those.
Yeah, that's fucking smart as shit.
I used to have 14, but when I changed jobs, it got reduced. Now I only have about 9. But I guess the least used key is to the vault at one of the branches that I oversee. This is the corporate office. I don't
Like a
use
vault
it.
full of money?
Yeah,
You have a
vault
key-
full of. Sorry, go ahead.
You have a vault key?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do. They always give it to the marketing
He said that
guy.
so casually.
Well, it's tethered to it's a master key for getting in, so it just happens to be. I mean, I can't swing the giant wheel or whatever the equivalent would be, but I can get to the vault door, which is called the vault. I would probably need somebody else there to assist because it's a 2-man thing for security reasons.
Oh, you gotta unlock it at the same time. Yeah, I'll totally visit right now and we can make sure the money's all there, if you
I
need
used
somebody.
to be able to get to any of the branches, but now it's just the one because it's the corporate office branch. I've risen up too high into the ranks.
It's a shame. All right, next voicemail. Here it is.
Podcast time. I'll get to the question, cause I'm running kinda behind. Podcast time. How do you guys play through games where much of what you do is grind?
That was awesome.
That's
Yeah.
Betty.
It's our
He's
resident
always like that.
music voicemail, Spetty.
A spettuccine.
Grinding in games. What was the question? How do we...
Like Tony
how do we-
Hawk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of grinding, yeah.
I
Like,
love
how do we
grinding
deal
in
with
Tony
it?
Hawk. Let me see. Let me pull up the exact. He always sends the lyrics when he makes one of these.
I want to know how you guys go grinding games.
How do you play through games where much of what you do is grind? I mean, I just grind, really.
Yeah.
You have to inherently kind of like grinding to play those games.
You do.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, that's when you can watch YouTube or Netflix or something.
Right, or talk with friends in Discord and stuff.
Yeah.
I listen to music.
That's a good way to pass the monotony.
Yeah.
I quit that lifestyle with World of Warcraft. 5 years clean now.
Good job,
And
buddy.
I'm never going to do it again.
No, why
That
not?
life is behind
We
me.
play every expansion as they come out.
Yeah, dude, we played for like 2 months and then we all hang it up.
I think at my age, for that type of game, you need people to play with that you can consistently count on. And I didn't really have that with WoW. I mean, 10 years ago I did, because I played while I was in college, and we're all in the same server, same guild. We'd raid together, but it was cutting into personal time and relationship time, and it was a bad cycle. I didn't see how bad it was until I had kicked the habit. And if I was with somebody that did that, I would have left them. So I don't know how my girlfriend stayed with me. I would say that I would do something with her, and then I would just play WoW for like 4 hours, just completely disregard
I've been
her.
there. My wife has a T-shirt that says World of Warcraft Widow.
Jesus. Yeah.
She earned it.
And I mean, that's not necessarily WoW's fault.
No, don't blame the game, blame the player.
Yeah. So I could never properly balance that because for the amount of money I was playing and the enjoyment I was getting into the game, I felt like it was like a part-time job, and that's when I drew the line. I couldn't properly prioritize real life over, playing WoW. And this is before it became really casual. It's before like Raid Finder and all that stuff. Now it's really accessible, but a lot of fun's been taken out of it. So yeah, I'm glad I put that behind me. I just find the time that I can, which is, either now or like on weekends, and I will play. The only grinding I guess I've done is like maybe I'll play like 5 or 6 games in a row of League, but that's it.
Are you gonna get Destiny?
Get it.
I probably will for PC.
So you're returning that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You're gonna play with us. You're gonna like it.
I'll play with you guys.
Cool. Thanks, Petticino, for that. I played one out of order, so here's the next one.
Hey, Just Okay Gamers. The Spirited One here. So you guys have been transported into an RPG world, and have become part of this world. What's your race, your abilities, your specialities, personality, and backstory? Thanks again for hosting the podcast, and good luck.
That's a lot.
I'd be a 6'5" black man with a deep voice.
Okay.
With a budding Twitch career and aspirations to become a host of some sort of video gaming talk show or syndicated variety show.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good character creation sheet right there.
Yeah.
I would be actually, I'd actually probably be like a girl in an RPG, so I could beguile people with my luscious titties. Ooh. And shapely body, like get whatever I want just by looking at somebody, the ultimate power, and just rise to power that way. That's not sexist, is it? I mean, we're talking about a fake video game like D&D thing, so
right.
Sure. Yeah.
Are there any girls in here?
Just change the worldly stuff to Twitch, and
yes,
you got it. You're gonna win. Millpool, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be a lizard, a little lizard boy.
What the fuck?
What
little snake?
I mean, lizards are the best at making love, right?
Sure.
Isn't that how it goes?
Oh yeah, in Divinity that was a thing.
I don't know. I mean, go listen to our D&D podcast if you want to know what character I would be.
Ooh.
And in that, I'm a little cowardly wizard who wants everyone to see his dick.
A lot. Like, everyone's seen your dick. Like, the villains have seen your dick. Everyone's seen your dick.
It's true. Wally, do you know?
I would be a lawful good 6'1", blonde-haired, gender, whatever, doesn't really matter that part, Paladin of Lathander from the Forgotten Realms campaign setting of Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, la la.
Blessings from the Morning Lord. Yeah.
All right. Paladin Wally, there it is.
Blessings from the Morning Lord.
All right, last voicemail, here it is.
Hey, this is Bombhab. Love your show. What's your favorite kind of parade? Is it a military parade? A homecoming parade? A funeral parade? My favorite parade is the...
Well, they're about to start the funeral parade here.
I love funeral parades.
I do.
They've just been staring at us for the past hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
This funeral parade is gonna be off the hook, dude. They got the playmates carrying batons and wearing those big hats, and they're goose stepping all around.
They got tassels on their boobies.
It's actually Nazis with tassels.
Oh Jesus!
They're Nazi playmates.
Mm-hmm.
They got a bunch of tiki torches. Nola, I think we need to get you out of here.
I think, guys, thanks for watching the show. sure you sub. I'm going to file a formal
Hey, and
complaint.
there's Nasty. He's at the head of it.
Wow, Nasty's back, baby.
Yo. I raise racism.
Nasty, welcome back. We missed you.
Yo, I'm anti-Semitic.
Oh, jeez. This is like Jewish people now. Oh, man.
Poor Nasty, man.
Yeah.
You can't leave the show for one episode.
Yo, white power.
Oh, my God.
Nasty, we need to have a talk about all this.
He's going to be so mad.
Yeah, he's a lot of questions, a lot of answers.
Yeah. I don't know. Were you guys ever in a parade?
No,
Yeah,
not me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been in a few parades.
Like driving, like actually participating in a parade?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
No, it's not awesome. They used to have. It sounds cool, but it's not. They used to have a parade that went through our neighborhood every year on the 4th of July, and they'd let all the kids go at the staging area, and they would give you a bunch of streamers and stuff and do up your bikes in red, white, and blue, put flags in your handlebars, and then after the main parade was done, all the kids would bring up the rear on their bikes, all their flashed out, Great America bikes. It was dope. I did that like 6 times when I was a child. And they'd throw candy at you. Yeah.
Like at you, like aggressively?
Yeah, very aggressively.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, you dumb kids.
Sounds like you're being exploited for your young, supple body.
Yeah, probably.
I was in a parade for Memorial Day. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, this Memorial Day?
No, about 4 or 5 years ago. It was like military through time, and we had like a historical reenactor representing the army from each major conflict or epoch of time in the United States. I was the Civil War guy, and then there was the 1812 guy behind me, and Spanish Civil War, I think, in front of me. So it was really interesting.
Cool.
Mexican-American War, rather. That was behind me, and then somebody else was in front of me.
When you guys drove by, did the crowd just like all fall asleep in a wave as you were passing?
No, they were totally into it, man, because it was Memorial Day parade.
No, I believe it. I'm
Nice one.
All right. Thanks for the voicemails. We got to wrap this up because we're going pretty
We're going old school with this. We're getting like.
It's Nola, man. You can't tell him to be quiet because he'll call you a racist.
Hey, you will not silence my people any longer.
Oh boy.
All right, so we're gonna do a little thing. It's my favorite segment on the podcast. It's Listener of the Week.
Yo, listener of the week now. He's gonna be real sweet now. It's listener of the week. Yeah.
Classic.
This week's Listener of the Week is former President George W. Bush.
What?
From the United States of America, iTunes. He gave us 5 stars.
Fucking what? Nani. What? Sorry. Okay, I'm good.
Former President George W. Bush titled his review, "Watch this podcast. It's better than the other one you're considering." And his review is as follows. You're listening to Just Okay Reviews, where this week we review a podcast. If you've ever thought to yourself that maybe content creators are servicing a younger generation, then I have good news for you. Come hang out with these senile old bags of bones.
Hey!
As they riff and rip on gaming in the modern era, League of Legends and Millpool. These veterans of the industry bring on sought-after guests, such as Vice President of Riot Games, Matt McCurley, famous folk singer Miles from the Yordles, Lulcasters Zyrene and Dash, and even Papa, Mama, and Baby Riot. These guests divulge new surprises and secrets pertaining to the future of League of Legends. Join the JOKG community and become a member of the podcast that will rule them all. Parenthetical. Sorry if this was a long post. End parenthetical. Thank you, former President George W. Bush. You are a listener of the week.
Yo, listener of the week now. He's gonna be real sweet now. It's listener of the week. Yeah.
Gotta go, guys. I'm running on my motorcycle.
Funeral parade is starting.
Yeah, it is starting. You can be listener of the week by leaving a review on iTunes. That's all it takes. A 5-star review is great. But be honest with yourself. We're probably not going to give you listener of the week if you don't give us 5 stars, though. And we need a few reviews, so go on there. Pump them up, all right? Keep giving us reviews. We appreciate it. Blakinola, you have the floor. Tell us about some things that you're doing. Give all the plugs that you want.
Sell yourself.
Okay, you guys, if you guys follow me on Twitter, which you should, you can follow me on all social media. I'm Blakinola. Visit the website, blakinola.com. I'm going to be at TwitchCon in a few weeks. I'm going to be hosting the indie game booth thingy. We're going to be talking and interviewing developers, seeing their thoughts and reactions on the games that they're making, and we're going to bring it directly to you. It should be really fun. And I will be at New York Comic Con for no reason. So if you're going to be there if you're going to be there in the next couple of weeks and you see me, say hi. It'd be really cool. But I just want to thank my wonderful white friends from the internet. Fucking no, not the Yordles. Today, fucking Guido, Wally, and Millpool, and Nasty, God rest his soul, wherever he is. For always allowing. Yeah, what a guy, stand-up guy. No, I want to thank you guys for having me on and just having a great community, and it's always fun. Like, I will always be available to host when one of you guys feels lazy or is doing something. So just let me know. I'll do it again.
Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate it, dude. It's always fun to have you on.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
And everybody should go watch him on Twitch and try and meet him. He's a gentle giant in real life. So if you get a chance and you're going to one of those conventions, just go follow his Twitter at Blakinola and hit him up and see where he's at. As for us, we're streaming every other day. Well, pretty much every day on Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna play the fuck out of Cuphead, dude. I'm pumped.
Oh, shit, you're playing Cuphead?
Yeah,
he's
dude,
playing a lot of Cuphead tomorrow.
It's coming out tomorrow, so I'm gonna see if I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be good at it, but I'm gonna play it as long as I can until it's over, maybe.
Good shit.
Yeah. So Sunday is Nasty's night. So I don't know if he's streaming this. I think he's going to be at Oktoberfest like he still is. Maybe. Nasty might stream on Sunday. If not, he always streams on other Sundays. I stream on Mondays. Millpool streams on Tuesdays. Wally streams on Wednesdays. And then, of course, the podcast is live on Thursdays. So stop by twitch.tv/justokgamers. Hit us a follow. Even if you don't hang out, just, you should hang out, but just support us somehow. New bare minimum is a follow on Twitter. It used to be a review. Now it's a follow on fucking Twitch. Sorry, I'm dying here. That's it for this show, though. Nola, we appreciate you. You're a star. You're a gem. You carried the show.
That's not true at all. But I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks for hanging with us, dude. It's really great.
Yeah, we should probably let these people mourn in peace, huh?
Yeah, we've overstayed our stay at the funeral, and we've eaten all of their shrimp cocktail. I think it's time for us to jet.
Oh, absolutely. The parade is starting soon. We'd better get out of here. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.